Yeah.
Welcome back to another video on YouTube. If you're watching on YouTube, and if you're watching on Twitch, then, well...
You've been here all along.
Yeah, you've been here all along. And it's just kind of weird into it, but, you know.
And we've got Rob Lark. Sup, how's it going? Welcome back, Larky.
Milky White Justice. He's
joining us again on stream.
The original streamster.
So, waiting on our opponent to choose where to play first. So, are we 3-0 now? Or 2-0? I can't remember because that match went for so long. But I think we're 3-0.
We might actually only be 2-0.
Yeah, maybe. We had the white aggro deck, and I think maybe we had another one.
With the white aggro deck,
the weird green
ultimatum deck, and the mono
green deck. The weird mono green deck, yeah. So we are 3-0.
Going into this game, so...
another Yorion. So this is
Yorion.
3 companions in a row.
Alright, yeah.
Unusual.
Temple of Mystery out first. Let's see if we've got to scry something. Put that on the bottom. Just looking for a Growth Spire or a Teferi, given that they played a Hallowed Fountain and have Yorion, so probably just blue-white control, I'm going to say, yeah. They could be playing the Sif's deck, which doesn't have the Shark Typhoon. It does have the 4-cost 3/4 that does a bunch of stuff. Whenever an enchantment comes into play, you get a tutor. Another Cultivate. I think we want that in this matchup. It's kind of weird, but...
We are a little heavy on the land and land cards. But...
so they just tapped all their mana to put their Yorion into their hand. That's what just happened there. Let's get a forest.
And a plains?
And I think we've got... Yeah, sure.
Just because we don't have any basic plains. Yeah.
Yep. And then next turn we can just cultivate again. Ooh, Teferi. That's kind of cool. So this, for anyone that hasn't seen it, you can activate it once in your turn, once in your opponent's turn, which is very cool. And it like phases stuff out, which is an old wording. Do you remember the rule text for phasing? On
the original kind of Mirage cards?
Yeah.
Like what it said?
Yeah. How it works. Do you know how... Explain to the viewers how phasing works right now.
Phasing, I think the way they've worded it on that Teferi is good. It basically says, whilst it's phased out, it doesn't exist as far as the game's concerned.
That's basically what it does. It just,
So it doesn't get removed from the game?
If you
doesn't get
imagine
exiled?
What it would be like to just phase out into a parallel universe and then phase back in, you've still got all of your enchantments, you've still got all your possibles and cannons, you've still got all your equipment.
Yeah.
You've just been chilling out in another universe for a bit.
Yeah.
Another time zone.
Which I think is really awkward for people to get their heads around when they're used to playing things like Momentary Blink or, those sorts of effects. Because it's sort of mimicking the same idea. But it's a completely different game effect.
Yeah, because it's not exiling them and bringing them back.
No.
It's phasing them out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they don't then get their comes into play abilities again.
Yeah.
So, it's kind of got all these weird little interactions, but it's cool. I don't mind them bringing back those keywords on, like, one card.
Yeah.
Cool. So, Growth Spiral...
So we've got Growth Spiral and potentially a Shark Typhoon as well. I like just playing both of these. They're like not really doing much, so and then eventually we'll play a big Hydro Crisis.
So we want to cycle the Shark Typhoon in their turn?
Yeah, I think so.
I think so too, yeah. Because running it into a counterspell feels pretty bad.
Yeah. Also, they could have Elizabeth Conquers Death. They can phase it out.
Yep.
I don't know. That wouldn't be that great, but I think that having something that threatens this Teferi.
Yes, we definitely need to answer that Teferi.
Yeah, it's randomly -10, take 2 extra turns. We don't want that to happen.
No, we don't want that to happen.
Yeah, that's actually quite relevant. I might just be playing a Yorion here, just to draw some cards.
No,
all right.
Cool.
Let's see how this one goes.
Yeah.
Put this into play, and then we cycle this for X equals 4.
Yeah. Daniel Mann says the phase out might just be creatures, not permanents.
Oh, it is. Totally.
Yeah. Creature you don't control.
Yeah, creature you don't control phases out.
Good point.
Alright, let's play around the potential Mystical Dispute.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we already had enough mana to do that. Oh well.
It's okay.
Ethergast.
Okay.
Let's decline on that. Teferi. That's interesting. Okay. They chose to cop that 4 rather than...
yeah.
Which is actually the same, because...
thanks for the follow, Top 9 Magic. Much appreciated.
We're on our way to torturing ourselves with some...
We are.
12 out of 10 hot sauce.
12 out of 10.
Yeah. Once we get to 12 out of 10... What's the name of it again?
Shit the bed.
Shit the bed.
Shit the bed.
Alright, Teferi coming out, ruining lives.
And Daniel Mann's now following too.
5, 6, 7, so we can bust out this Nissa if we'd like.
Yep.
I probably should have again checked the mana and done that correctly.
That worked.
Well, the problem is that we tapped
and Dan the Man is now following.
We tapped our actual forests, which...
okay.
Darren's veto.
Yeah.
Alright.
Do we want to just jam this Hydroid Crassus for 3?
I don't think so. I think... No, I don't think so.
We do, while they're tapped out.
Because... Well, then it's only draw 1 card, and I think that
But it's a 3/3.
We're pretty behind. They're going to be able to deal with 3. They can just play this as a 4/5 and block it.
Yeah. Okay.
This way we get to tick up our...
Our blast zone. Okay.
Yeah. Does that get you over the line? Probably should have actually shocked and ticked it up twice to be able to kill this if we wanted. So they're not going to be able to get us, like if we want to just...
They're going to be get us on now next turn in our upkeep.
No, because it goes from 8 to 9.
Yep, and then their turn goes to 10.
10, and then
our
their
upkeep
turn...
it goes...
Yeah, that's true. That's true. All right. So let's put...
We can only do 1. Yep.
Yep. Take 2 extra turns. I mean, it's not that big a deal because they don't have a lot of...
Yeah, they're not doing heaps proactively.
I think we want to save this Ugin.
Yeah.
1,
well,
2,
what are we
3,
saving
4,
it for?
5, 6, 7, 8. Just for like a turn where we can go like...
where they...
Teferi, where we can play our own Teferi and play Ugin. And
I think tapping out for Hydroid Crassus is a lot better here.
Yeah, let's do that. I think it's extra because 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
So it draws us 4, regardless of whether it gets countered.
Yeah.
Unless they have a counter activated or triggered ability, but I don't think many of the decks are playing that.
That 6 cost?
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, they've only got 5 laid out. There's a 6 cost one.
The time stop. Do you mean? Or
no, there's one that's like 6
Sublime
mana.
Epiphany.
Sublime Epiphany.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they do counter it.
But we get to draw 4.
So actually, I think that's a really good trade for us at this point. Like it means that their Teferi probably goes off. But
yeah. Which is, not the best, but also... There's plenty of things. Like, we might draw our own Teferi, which would certainly help.
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then we'd have 2 left over. We could also draw Ellsworth Conquers Death.
Yep.
And that would... We can play Ellsworth Conquers Death and Ugin, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
Yep.
That's kind of cool. I hope we draw Ellsworth Conquers Death.
They could both get countered.
Yeah. Also, they can just still take 2 extra turns.
Yeah.
But I don't think their turns are going to be that
impactful. Yeah. Now they are.
I take that back.
But we get to Ugin now.
Yeah.
Which is great. So we get to exile their Shark Typhoon, their Omen of the Seas, and their Teferi if they want to take 2 extra turns.
Yep.
Otherwise, they lose their Teferi Time Rattler as well.
Yep.
Master of Time, rather.
Yeah, let's just
slam the Ugin.
Yeah, slam the Ugin.
And if they want to let us -6 without responding, so be it.
Yeah. Oh, this is so good.
That's amazing. Like, tapping out was absolutely terrible for them. That was so bad and completely unnecessary because they have 2 extra turns on the board.
Because they could have done that in their turn.
They could have done that in their first extra turn.
Yeah. Take 2 extra turns.
I mean, they might have another Shark Typhoon, and then joke's on us, right?
Yeah. Now, we can just yam out this Ellsworth Conquers Death because it gets back this Nissa at some point.
Yep. And they're tapped out. I think we should absolutely do that.
Yeah. Because chances are, because they're going to have 2 turns here, so they can play this and they can kill this.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas they might really struggle to kill this. So.
Yep.
And it ticks up and makes it harder to counter this second Ugin.
I mean, even that, it's fine. Like, which one do you want to kill?
Yeah, reasonable. Then they're going to blink it with this, but we're also just fine with this happening. We're just going to play this ticket down.
Yep. I mean, that was their whole build-up, was to this play. And what have they done? They've responded to what we had on the board.
So they got 2 extra turns. They got 3 turns, and this is turn number 2.
Yep.
So they got this turn and then one more turn.
Yeah.
So their plan is to... It's actually pretty good. They get...
it's having 3 turns in a row is very good.
They also get like 2 activations of Narset. They get to trigger this, and then they draw a card from this, and then they're going to Yorion to reset this, reset this, and get this back. And then we're going to play our own Ugin and tick down again.
Assuming that it doesn't get counted.
Yes, which is a big assumption.
Yeah.
Oh, that died. All right, cool.
How many cards in their library again?
Heaps. 45.
Yep. Okay.
It's about 35. Actually, yeah. So, Daniel Mann was saying, I thought it was thinking it was permanence.
Yes, on Teferi's phase out.
I actually thought that this card had flash because when it was spoiled, it had flash.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I definitely saw a version of it that had flash, and I was like, this is I was playing it in sealed, and I was like, your turn, and then I was
like, look, the fact that you were playing it in sealed, I think.
But it was in real life.
What is going on here with their plays?
I don't know.
So we just dome them and then Ugin?
I think we can play this.
We have to play the Ugin.
Why?
Because we have to kill the Shark Typhoon while they're tapped out.
Okay. Yeah. Alright, so we dome them with this.
Yep.
Yep, alright.
But we can probably still play... If you tap the temples to cast Nissa, we can probably still play Ugin off the forests.
But then we'd kill the Nissa.
Sure. So can we... Yeah, okay, that's not really going to work out.
But we can do both. We can definitely do both. We've got heaps.
Yeah, okay.
Alright, keep this one. We minus X, where X is 6. I didn't actually see the Shark Typhoon. I was too busy talking about Teferi.
Having flash.
Yeah.
Eggs.
Eggs. Alright. Jam this in. Tick up on an island, I've decided.
Yep.
Play this. Tapped.
And get in there.
Alright. Now we've got a Nissa out, an Ugin out, a 3/3, and very importantly, a Shatter the Sky in hand. I'd love it if they played that.
Bounce Ugin? Bounce Island.
They can't bounce Ugin. They can only
okay, not Planeswalkers. Yeah.
Try to take an artifact, creature, or enchantment.
And Yorion bounce nothing.
This is actually fine. They bounce their land, which protects it from killing us. So we will play this.
Give them the card? Yeah.
Yeah. Because we also get to, then as a result, not have our Ugin die.
Yeah.
Kill their Teferi. Tick this up on an island.
Probably should have done it on one of the tap temples, but that's alright.
Yeah, it's actually better to do it on a temple, because if they bounce it with Teferi, then we get like a little bit of extra value.
Yeah. We also might want to think about pumping up our blast zone to 4 or something.
Yeah,
or 5.
Yeah. how many does it have at the moment? 2.
2.
So we're going to put 3 on.
Yeah. Did they target Ugin or Nissa?
Nissa.
Okay.
So I did that before we didn't have the mana. Which we probably still just had the mana, but... I wish we had a scry. Wish we had a scry when they bounce that land right now.
Yeah, that'd be pretty hard.
Oh, no, they
bounced the Elspeth Conquers Death. Okay.
That's very reasonable.
Yep. Oh, we got a scry anyway.
Scry into a growth spiral. Let's put that on the bottom, shall we?
Yep.
And...
I think we owe as much of a muchness to kill Teferi or dome them. Either way, they're taking 3 and always dying. It's sad that Mr. Oogs...
Big Papa Oogs is...
gonna bite the dust.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, we could do with like an Uro or a...
Or just some play.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I'd like to think that this 3/3 is going to get there, but I'm not sure that it is.
I think there's too much going on, and we want to... that's annoying.
Oh, well, we get to bash it at least.
Yeah, at least we have something. Also, if we draw Hydro Crisis here, or Tameo, or Elspeth Conquers Death, or Ugin, then, there's lots of good draws here. Also, a land. Oh, this...
Teferi's pretty good. It cycles. It's better than a land.
It's better than a land. That is true.
If only we had a temple in play, we could bounce it. And no, it's only opponent stuff, isn't it? Can you bounce your own stuff with it?
No, you can bounce your own stuff.
Okay.
-3.
That would still be terrible.
Submit 0. All right.
Ah, that's good. I can get around that. Are they going to phase it out?
No, they already ticked it up.
Pointless. Oh, they ticked
it
up.
Yep. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So
for 9?
1 on 11.
Oh, sorry, was it 2 plus 11? Was it? Oh gosh, 13 mana do we have?
Yeah.
Oof. It's a lot of cards.
It's also a big
really
creature.
big creature, yeah. Oh, is the stream quality bad? Oh, that's unfortunate.
Oh, that's sad.
The internet here is not amazing. We're not dropping any frames, but we are low FPS. So, yeah. The stream's probably likely to be a little bit choppy.
Apologies for that.
Apologies, Stephen. Hopefully you can just make out what's going on. Shark Typhoon with a follow-up Elspeth. Okay. But what do they hit? Presumably the Hydroid Crisis.
No, they can't.
They can't. It's 2. Nice.
Alright, so we're definitely going to cast this, and we're going to tick it down and exile these things.
But we attack first to the dome. Because we're going to kill everything.
Fine, trample, yeah. Don't think we attack with this, because we want to keep it.
Because it's going to survive. Yeah.
This is great, though.
They might Teferi it. Be a big gamble for them to phase it out, but...
Yeah, also, that's alright. 10... Oh, we've exiled multiple shark type birds.
It's the third one, I think.
Yeah. Oh, so rude.
So rude.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we've still got enough mana to play this Tameo.
Nice. Yeah, apologies for the stream quality, everyone. Thank TPG Internet for that one.
-3, let's get back a Hydro Crisis.
Yeah. That's a pretty sweet play against a counterspell deck.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they've only got 2 cards in hand, but if one of them's a counterspell...
What is it, Narset? Come on, get in there.
That's really rude.
Sorry.
That's very rude.
It's such a good draw. How dare they?
The good thing about it, though, is that unless they've got an answer for Oogs, Narset's going to cop 3 to the dome. All right.
Let's tick this up and what name Teferi, you reckon? Oh, we got a Teferi here.
Nah, let's name Nissa.
Yeah, it's a good idea. Nissa, who shakes the world.
She sure does. No dice. Should have had a Shark Typhoon. What was I thinking?
Yeah.
How does Standard beat Ugin? Says Kland42. I don't think it does at this point. And Steve R says, you beat Ugin by having your own Ugin. Yeah. That's pretty much the answer.
Yeah. All right. Put this on the bottom. Tick this up. We've got 14 cards left in our library for those that are counting at home. Next turn.
I can't believe we got there in this game. It was that Hydroid Crassus.
Yeah.
That they countered with their 3-cost counterspell, Sinister Sabotage.
But drew us 4 cards at the same time. It wasn't even that, it was the second one. It was also the fact that we had Ugin like every time. Every time.
Every time. Well, also the way they played the Shark
Typhoon. Was tap out into us having Ugin.
Yeah.
We still could get decked here, by the way.
Okay.
So Tammy's going to get back a Nissa.
How many do we have? 7?
No, we got like 14.
14, okay. So they're dead in 4 turns to Ugin.
Yeah. Alright, let's...
Do we want to kill Narset or just want to dome them?
Apparently we want to kill Narset.
Okay. Cool. Shark Typhoon seems good. Nissa seems good. Yeah, Nissa seems better.
Actually, Shark Typhoon might have been better to just but whatever. This is coming out.
I think Nissa makes more threats and kills them more quickly.
Yep.
Playing Thassa's Oracle. We are not playing Thassa's Oracle. Wouldn't be a bad little one of.
Yeah, Thassa's.
A few of these games are going down to the down to the wire.
Down the wire.
We don't have a lot of blue mana symbols in play though. Do we really want to kill that Teferi? It's doing literally nothing next turn. We can now put them. I mean, they'd be dead anyway. On board, but cool.
All right.
Got the scoops. Well done.
That was a hard game.
That was a tough game. Yeah, I think our opponent made a couple of errors with the sequencing around the Teferi, but I mean, you've got to take advantage of your opponent's mistakes.
Alright, so these are the ones I know. Probably one of these.
The Shadow of the Sky. Yeah, needs to go. Brazen Borrower could be okay.
Could be okay.
Because it bounces any permanent. Oh, not that permanent. But hits Planeswalkers, crucially.
Yeah.
Non-Teferi.
I think we want all those Ugins. Like,
definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely want the Ugins. Almost certainly want the Shark Typhoons.
I think we can go down to 1.
Nissa was very good. It's just very bad against Elspeth Conquers Death, but...
And Counterspell. Like, I think when we got Nightback Ambusher...
We need threats to kill Teferi, though.
That is true. Especially the draw. But we do have Mystical Dispute. Right, I think we get rid of this Brazen Burrow and one of these. And
I don't love Tamiyo more than I don't love Nissa.
Oh, Tamiyo just like it does create some inevitability loops. Like it gets back Ellsworth Conquer's Death, which
Yeah, okay.
I agree with you. It's a bit shaky, but I just love the card.
Okay. Are the Cultivates a bit shaky? To be tapping out on turn 3 on the draw.
Let's go down to 3 Cultivates.
Okay, and you don't...
What are you thinking here?
I'm just thinking Nissa, where they're going down to 1 is enough ways for us to kill their Planeswalkers if they resolve. I actually don't think Teferi's that good in this matchup. Like, it stops counterspells, but... Its abilities don't do much. Like, its activated abilities.
Passive ability does a lot.
Passive ability does a lot, I know, but is that worth a card on 3 mana?
Yes.
To do that in cycle?
With 0 cards.
Yeah, okay.
I think if you sneak one in, then it does create them having to tap out. Although it does, and it does bounce a shark.
Okay, yeah, bounce a Shark Typhoon. Yep, you convinced me.
All right. The only thing is, I cut one of the Hydra cases because of like the concept of tapping out, but like they're kind of like they've been tapping out in their main phase.
Yeah.
So.
But also tapping out to play Hydra Crisis is not bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is standard in a healthy place, says Kaylan42. I quite like it. I mean, there's a few relevant decks. It's not like one deck is better than everything else.
I don't think it's like some people complain about it, but like I don't know. I've been liking it.
Even mono red did fine.
Yeah.
At the PT, so you've got aggro decks that are viable.
Yeah.
They do get stomped a bit by Junsack, but they obviously did okay against Team Rec. I'm assuming if they made it as far in the tournament as they did. I haven't watched that matchup though.
Yeah, I mean, there is something to be said for Team Rec being like a significant cut above the rest, and same with Band.
Yeah.
But like, I think that you can. I think that you can play around it. I think that you can build things that beat Team Rec.
It's interesting now in both of our testing sessions and in your whole day one and day two at the PT. You didn't play Team Rec once, did you?
No, I played Team America.
You played Team America?
Yeah, I played Team America a few times. Ooh, we got a follow!
Harris has liked the stream. Thanks, Harris. Yeah, I just obviously didn't see those matches. But it just hasn't been as prevalent as I would have thought for a deck that's so dominant. I mean, maybe people are trying to figure out ways to beat it.
I think people don't like playing it.
Yeah.
Like, you do have to do a bunch of, like, tapping at the end of your turn and stuff.
Yeah. And it's kind of like, do I have my thing? Yeah, cool, I win. Or else I don't. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe people don't love that about it.
It's kind of cool to play against that. Ooh, this is cool. That's exactly what I wanted. Alright, so we've got a plan, so we're going to get Forest and an Island.
Okay.
Shark Typhoon. This is very reasonable.
Kayland is now following. Thanks for the follow. We're getting closer and closer to the 200 that is going to absolutely decimate our tongues and other body parts. 12 out of 10 on the hot sauce.
Yeah, 10 out of 10.
So Uro feels unbeatable in Modern Legacy, so I'm kind of biased, but actually seems worse in Standard. Yeah, I think it's just okay. Like, I mean, it's good.
It's good.
It's a good source of card advantage. It's
but
good inevitability.
It does cost 8. I think that combined with Growth Spiral and Cultivate, I think that, yeah, it might be too good.
Yeah.
But also, I think you can get under it.
Yeah, and as G Crouch says, it's hard to fill your graveyard in Standard. It's not as easy.
Ooh,
Like, it takes a few more turns.
So they've tapped out for this.
Yeah.
So we're probably just going to play Teferi and bounce this.
Yep. The other option is to play our own Shark Typhoon, but that just gets Elspeth Conquers Death, so that's terrible. We could Elspeth Conquers Death their big Teferi.
Yep.
While they're tapped out.
They do get the ability to bounce it, but that could be better, actually.
Does Elspeth Conquers Death doesn't get back in Shamans, though, does it? So it can't get Shark Typhoon. And we don't have a way to loot. That's another thing this deck could maybe use, is one copy of Big Teferi, so that you can loot Planeswalkers into the bin.
Yeah, I get you. I think it's Teferi now because I think this is better when they're tapped out. Because we can bounce this and then we have the ability to resolve an Ugin basically because they have to tap out, maybe cast an Elspeth Conquers Death or something.
Yep.
Which we get a little bit caught, but this is worked out.
This is very nice.
I hope we have enough basics.
Yep. Just.
All right, let's put this Forest into play.
This is a very unusual draw. Every one of our lands in play is a basic land.
Yeah. Oh, but this Oog's kind of it's just going to come down and just exile everything.
Ruffle Stomp. Yep.
It probably gets untapped in Elspeth Conquers Death, but then we untap an Elspeth Conquers Death and then we just play that game for a bit.
Or we untap an Ugin again.
Yeah, that's another option.
Yeah.
Other option is to just ping something.
So if they printed a sorcery speed counterspell, you could actually cast it when there were 2 Teferis on the board and you +1 your Teferi? Is that right?
If you just had a Teferi in play, then you can do it.
Right.
It's a sorcery. You can play sorceries. But if they have one, then you can't play it. Because
So
you can't play anything.
You can't play anything. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's annoying. So anyway, that was a very massive tangent. Are we going to do it?
Yeah, I think so.
Are we going to pop it? Okay. The other option was just to 3 damage the big Teferi.
Yeah, but that thing keeps doing stuff.
Yeah, fair enough.
And with Yorion, we get to also take out the enchantment. We
Yep.
get to take out the thing.
So they don't get to Mystical Dispute here, and I don't think they're playing any other 2-mana counter spells. So we can just Ugin again?
They could be playing Negate.
Okay. Can we Ugin and have Dovin's Veto up? No.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No. We can just Elspeth Conquers Death, though.
Or we can play Shark Typhoon and keep Dovin's Veto up.
That's a very good point.
But then they can
then,
play
then we
Yorion.
can't keep Dovin's Veto up because this is going to tick up.
Yeah, okay.
Alright, so I think it's just this.
Okay, yep.
Too much shenanigans with Yorion.
Yeah, yeah. And they would have been able to Yorion their Elspeth Conquers Death to get rid of our Shark Typhoon anyway.
Yeah, that's a really good point. That's
which would have really sucked.
Yeah.
Would have been like, yeah, we got this Dovin's Veto. What are you going to do?
The on board exile your stuff. Good play, mate. Good play.
Yeah, not good. Glad we didn't do that.
Yeah, me too. So, what do we have in our bin? We have Teferi in our bin.
Look, everything's good when it's free.
Yeah. So, in our turn, we don't have to play the Ugin. We can wait till we have Teferi.
I think we should cycle one of the Shark Typhoons for 1 at the end of this turn.
Okay. I think if they play a Teferi or something, then yes. If they play Planeswalker, yes, I agree with you. But if they don't, I think we just untap and hardcast one.
Yeah, but do we really want the other one in our hand, or would we rather have another random card from our deck?
Well, I think we want it. Think about it, because it's like a 2, 4, 6, 8, 8.
Yeah, okay.
Because we play a land and then it's 8, 8. That we get to keep up Dovin's Veto and.
I just feel like some other flexibility or action in our hand might be better than something that requires us to have all our land untapped to be at its best. You know what I mean? Like, we probably want to play the Ugin.
Well, I think we want to wait for the Teferi to be in play. Oh, Elspeth Conquers Death.
Yeah, pity that we weren't able to have another white source there.
Yeah. Only 2 planes in the deck, which, there's it's a reason to add another planes.
So do we want a 1/1 another card? Or do we want to hold them both?
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2. I think we just want to hold them both.
Even though we can go Ugin with Dovin's Veto up?
Yep.
Okay.
I think they're just quality cards.
Okay. So we've got another white source now, but it's not terribly important. But it's good if we draw another Elspeth Conquers Death. It's good to have the Dovin's Veto up. So yeah, now if they've got the Elspeth Conquers Death, we've got the Veto.
Yeah.
Yep.
Or a Teferi, I guess. Or a Narset, we might do it. We probably counter a Narset.
Yeah. It's 2 cards.
Yeah.
Well, it's 1 card, because we'll kill it with the Ugin.
Yeah, but yeah.
It's possibly a good card.
Possibly a good card. And I think because they can, Shark Typhoon.
That is, yep. They're loving that hardcast Shark Typhoon.
Yeah. That's their jam.
That was insanity for us. That was so good. And now we can jam the Shark Typhoon ourselves if we want.
Should we just jam it
out? So if they play Elspeth Conquers Death, then they're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2 mana up unless they have another land.
Yeah.
Which means Mystical Dispute works. But either way, we still get a 3/3.
Yeah.
At worst.
Wait, let's do that.
By playing our counter
I mean, the other option is to have some kind of huge creature, with this Shark Typhoon. Would have been 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9.
So they can Ugin, but we can counter it.
Yep.
They can
Yorion, but whatever.
Yep. Yorion, but we can make bigger creatures.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Teferi.
Yep, that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Easily kill that.
Yep. Wow. I think we cycle the other Shark Typhoon.
Or we could just untap and hardcast it.
Yeah.
This is...
Yeah, that is getting countered. Yeah,
Egan
high casting
in 3.
it's actually really good.
Yeah, especially now that we've got this
Yep.
3/3 that kills this.
Let's just do that. It kills it with Ugin.
Yeah.
Need to do both.
+2 on this.
Yeah, I don't see how they can come back from double Shark Typhoon. They can bounce...
I mean, there's something to be said for just having an extra card.
Yeah, that's kind of my thinking, but also the extra Shark Typhoon means that if they bounce one or Elspeth Conquers Death one,
then we're still in a
we've still
good...
got another one in play.
Also,
6/6.
The lols.
Yeah.
Oh, that
It's a lot of lols.
That doesn't get anything.
It is a blank.
Yeah, all right.
Denied. Wow. Okay. That is not a great card.
I mean,
It's
a great card, but it's not a great card in this position.
Is it good enough?
Not near.
In standard?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It gets you a land and
A land and some life and a blocker. Yeah.
oh, yeah, the old 5-mana kill your creature, make 2 5/5s.
And get back my whatever.
Yep.
Nissa, or is there Nissa in there? Keep the passage for Nissa, yeah. Danaman, that is a good point. We do have a use for random lands in play.
That is a good point.
It's a very, very good point.
Also Uro food when
Yeah.
we draw Uro because we needed more food.
I think probably keeping it in play, giving yourself the option, maybe better. There we go. So that is 4 in a row.
Yeah.
Or maybe 5. I don't know.
I
I lost track.
yeah,
But yeah, good stuff. Thanks for watching on YouTube. We'll be back with something, maybe a draft next.
Yeah.